Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and cover over some update reminders on things that are going to be going away and expiring with maintenance. Things that you'll want to do before maintenance time comes so you don't miss out on stuff. So the first part of this video, we're just going to cover some of the limited time things that are new that normally don't happen that are going to be going away. And then the second part of the video, we're just going to cover some of those static weekly trades that you should always do every week, important things to trade in for. So there is an AC scratch that will be going away with upcoming maintenance, and that's going to be for Downy Dream. Now, if you've been scratching on this, make sure you go through and use your selector tickets that you've gotten as a prize bonus. And choose out something here from the scratch that you want to get that's worth a lot of money or something that just you want to use, whatever. It's always a good idea just to go through here and just check out all these different items that are in here. There was some like pretty cute emotes inside of here. There's some pretty good outfits, some pretty good dashes and motions and stuff. It was a pretty good scratch, honestly. So I was a big fan of some of these outfits inside of here. I thought some of these was pretty cute. Now, I did want to mention whenever it comes to the outfits inside of the scratch, my friend Corone did an entire video showcasing off all the differences between these outfits inside of the scratch here. So I'm going to leave a link in the video description below to Corone's YouTube channel so you can check out this video for yourself in case you want to see what the differences are between these outfits. It's really helpful information helping you decide which one you want to purchase, saving you some Masetta, not making a mistake. So we do have another Arks record ranking going on this week. Before maintenance time comes, you do want to make sure that you try to do at least one run of it. Now, the way that you find this, if you open up your menu and then you go to personal, then to Arks records, and then random challenge records, you can see right here, it's the Cannonball Strike Solo is going to be the one for this week. Now, you want to make sure that you do at least one run of it, that way so you get a participation reward, which is actually extremely simple. You could just start this up and just like kill the first 4 enemies and let it time out. It's just like 3 minutes. And you could, it would actually count as a clear. Like if you just time out, it counts as a clear. So this one's actually really super simple and fast. You could just go in there and time out within the first 3 minutes. Just kind of AFK for a moment and you'll get a minimum participation reward for Ark Circuit Badge 20. Now, if you want to try to really go for the ranking and go hard, you might possibly get silver or gold. It's a pretty fun little quest if you want to try to go through and tweak it. Now, I did want to mention, if you have characters on multiple ships, as always, it's a good idea to do one run per ship too. That way so you get yourself participation reward per ship, because it's an individual ranking reward per ship, and then you can use those badges for all the star gems and stuff like that, which affects your entire account no matter which ship you're on. Now, the way that you would find this, if you open up your world map, you can see it's over here in South Kavaris. If you don't have this on your map right here, it's right here at this little icon right here, the Cannonball Strike. But if you don't have this unlocked yet, all you would have to do is go to this Dan and Snowfield East for Euchre right here on the map. You can see it would just be a little bit northeast of it up here, down in this little like cannon valley. You would actually just jump down off of that cliff up there. Where I'm aiming at up there would be where the Ryuker is. You could just jump down here, and right here would be the spot that you would start it up at. Okay, so this part of the video, we're going to go ahead and go over some of those static weekly trades on things that you should always be trading in for every week. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the NPC Architect here. You can find her at the beginning of any of the major cities. And she has an exchange for Genesis Point shop here. You want to make sure that you trade in for these weekly things here. These materials here where you can trade in for making a Rayar weapon, which is pretty good. Some of these TA customization discs are pretty good. And most importantly, I want to mention it's going to be the Master Fragment. This one right here is probably the most important one here in the shop. There's some other things in here that you might find some value in trading in for too. Some of this stuff is actually monthly trades and some of it's weekly trades. So keep that in mind. It is a good idea to trade in for this stuff. These master fragments in particular, every 10 of these makes an end master cube, which allows you to get the level 20 skill add-ons, which is really huge for all classes. It adds a lot of benefits for like photon blast damage, critical hit damage, critical chance, all sorts of things. Now from there, we're going to go ahead and run down the street here to the first shop on the left in Central City, and that's going to be at the Item Trader Travis here. Now the Item Trader Travis has an item recycle would be the first one you want to go to, and you want to make sure that you always trade in for these rare drop rate boosters here. You can get 10 of these a week, and as well these add preset skill level 1 things. These allow you to generate fix at 100% on any piece of gear, armor, or weapon, so it's really important to get 3 of these a week too. Then from there you go to the item exchange, and at the bottom down here is going to be the N augmentation success rate 10%. You want to trade in for 3 of these a week as well. Takes 30 gold prim swords to do that. And then next I'll mention the Arks Record Badge Exchange. You always want to trade in for your star gems here, and you might want to get a hold of like some of this other stuff here too, perhaps. There is limited time exchanges here. And then from there I'm going to mention the Item Exchange Kavaris. Now there is weekly limited trades here for some of these materials here to make rare weapons as well, so you might want to pick up some of those. Next I'll mention the Item Exchange Stia. Now the Item Exchange Stia has weekly limits here for class cubes and then EX cubes, and also like arms refiners. So this could be pretty useful to you depending on if you need some of this stuff. And then another really huge one's going to be the Aegis Integra exchange. Now towards the bottom down here, you want to make sure that you trade in for all these different Aegis souls and the Dominas and stuff that's down here. This allows you to trade in for Halfinale, which in turn gets used for Lux Halfinale, which is one of the best augment capsules in the game, and it sells for a lot of money too. So even if you don't want to use it, you can just trade in for here, and you can slowly but surely make those and sell them if you wanted to. I would suggest, however, using those. Then next we're going to go to the Giga Strugman exchange, and now you can trade in for weekly TA customization discs here too. And some of these ones right here, the customization disc, B, melee, and technique and range, these actually tend to sell in the player markets too, because you don't really get a lot of them per week. You can only trade in for 5 per week, so it's a good idea to trade in for these. And then as well in the Growthman exchange, you can trade in for the same discs over here too. And as well, there's also some like capsules inside of here and arms refiner too, in case if you need some of that stuff as well. But mostly the big thing will be these customization discs here. And then next I'll mention the Dread Scale exchange. You always want to trade in for this 1 TA customization disc Omni up here. You can only get 1 per week, but try to trade in for that weekly. Okay, and then from there we're going to be going down the street to the last shop on the right in Central City, and that's going to be the Item Enhancement Lab. Now down here at the bottom is exchange enhancement materials, and then go to other enhancement materials. And from here you can see that in Master Cube trade, which would be here. So every 2 weeks you can get one of these if you're doing that GP shop trade. And as well, you can also trade in weekly for some of these Gold Prim Sword 2, Gold Armor 2, stuff like this. If you need to exchange for enhancing your gear, it's really useful. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and go up the stairs under the Tower of Central City, and that's going to be at the Alliance Activity NPC Tim here. Now Tim has Alliance tasks, and if you're doing those Alliance tasks, you get Alliance badges, which in turn you can trade in the Alliance badges weekly for these Genesis points, star gems, and as well as some triggers in here. The triggers have varying values. Sometimes these go up to be really expensive, and then sometimes they're just not worth much at all. So I would definitely just check per shop to see if you want to trade in for these or not. Sometimes it's useful though. Okay, now for the last part of this video, we're going to be going back to base PSO2, and that's going to be for some star gems that we get there via the casino and as well the Buster Medal exchange. Now, base PSO2 is a separate download, but it is very worthwhile to have because you can get a lot of star gems, and there's also like fun little things to do in base PSO2 as well. Now, the way that you get to base PSO2, if you go to any reaper in the game and you go to block transfer, and then up to the very top, there's an option for transfer to a PSO2 block. Okay, so here we are in base PSO2. Whenever you first log into here, it's going to put you in the middle of the Ark ship lobby. And if you turn around, you can go up here to this elevator, which will take you to the shopping plaza. And then from there, if you jump down here, you can actually see right now we currently have this White Day lobby going on too. It has some really nice music and stuff. But if you turn around, you'll be facing the entrance of the casino here. Now up the stairs to the left here will take you up here to this Buster Metal exchange barterer right here, this metal barterer. And she has exchange Buster Metals for limited items here, where you can actually get 100 star gems a week here. Now you do have to have Buster Metals to trade in for this. Back around August last year, they changed the Cradle of Darkness trigger to where you can actually get Buster Metals inside of there. So it's a pretty good way to get a hold of them. You can just PSC burst inside of there. People start them up in the runs and stuff on the counter, and you can just join in freely. So it's definitely a good way to get them. You can also get a hold of those from the Alliance shop in base PSO2 as well. But we're going to go ahead and go inside the casino here, and we're going to show you the limited time exchange inside of here. As soon as you get inside of here, you run over to the left, there's a prize attendant here at Chip. Now, Chip has a limited prize exchange here for weekly star gems. Now, this weekly star gem thing here in the casino is actually per ship too, so if you have characters on multiple ships, it's actually a pretty good benefit to be able to trade in weekly for the star gems here. Now, these do take casino coins to get a hold of these. Now, the way that you get a casino coins inside of here, if it's your very first time, this NPC here gives some for free just for doing various things around the casino. But you can actually just play like casino games inside of here too, like Masetan Shooter. If you have some friends to join in on that, is actually really, really fun. The casino Ravi slots and stuff, and the Artuma slots can be pretty good too. Now, once you have casino coin passes, there's a Voldragon machine right here that you could spin your passes 1 time or 5 times, and he'll like spit out a random value of coins to you. Now, there is another way to get a hold of casino coin passes, and this is extremely easy, and what I usually tend to do is you can do daily orders. I'm going to show you that real quick back in the main Ark ship lobby. Okay, so here we are back in the main Ark ship lobby where you would normally log in. And if you're over to the left here, you can see there's a daily order attendant here. And towards the bottom down here, she usually has these like collect orders that you can get like doing like fishing and mining and stuff like that. That's the ones I tend to do because you can stock up on these. You can actually have a whole lot of them that you can keep onto. Like this one that's here today, for example, this harvesting red meat. This one here is really easy to get. You get red meat from just killing all sorts of enemies, and it drops in abundance. So I probably have a ton of that actually saved up. But there's other orders here you can do, like kill Bar Lodos, for example. It'll get you a lot of Basetta. And as well, it's like not too hard to do, but like some of these are like pretty fast, some of them are difficult. But when it comes to the gathering ones in particular, I like to do these the most because as you can see with this red meat one, for example, I have 999 of this item. I actually probably have more than that. But you can see I could actually, if I go to turn this in, I can adjust the value to just turn in 1. And that's what I'm going to do because I want to clear a daily order. Because when I do this, whenever I back out, you're going to see it pops up that I've completed a daily order, giving me 5 casino coin passes. Now I could do that's going to be a minimum of 500 casino coins too. Now I could immediately log out of the game and I could log in on another character and I could turn in another one of those red meats, doing another daily order on another character and get 5 more casino coins. Now you can actually do this per day per character that you have, and you can get a lot of casino coins really fast when some of these daily orders like this are up, which in turn turns into a lot of really easy weekly star gems. By the way, I wanted to point out, if you like some of the artwork and sketches and the gifs that you see in some of my videos here, stuff that you see on the screen, it's all commissions that I have done by an amazing artist named Miasmajin. I'm going to leave a link in the video description below to Miasmajin's Twitter, so you can contact them if you're interested in doing any commissions. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Stay safe and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.